Wow, and we're live. Amazing! Wow! Woo! Episode 126 or something like that. Amazing. Saeed, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Always good to be back.
Oh, yeah, and this is a classic podcast episode. So, this is made for our podcast listeners. There you go. I want to have over this something fun, a nice aesthetic.
I like to uh, I like to customize my
Your episodes.
to reach audience. Yeah,
Oh, that,
my odd episodes.
nice, man. Yeah, dude, we're going retro. Cool. Um, Saeed came out with some big news, or Lebanon came out with some big news this week. I saw the stat that says like Lebanon's now amongst the three worst countries to live in. Is that true?
To raise a child.
To
No, to
raise
raise a child.
to raise a child. Why do you think it's that difficult to raise a child?
Well, there's a lot of aspects that go into this, which one of the high inflation rate and the high unemployment rate currently going on here. There's also the fact that the there's the COVID uh, pandemic going on here. So recently we've been registering 1,000 cases per day, and we're a small
Wow.
country. We have a population of a maximum of 6 million, around that number.
Hmm.
So yeah,
It's hitting hard. Hmm.
it's a pretty high infection rate.
Hmm.
Top of that, we've been having a lot of fires, and there was also the explosion in the port of Beirut, which
Hmm.
basically blew up most of the port, and severe damaged most of the neighboring areas and the homes of the people that live there, and the shops and businesses that were located in that area.
Oh, okay. So
So
yeah,
it's a
dude.
whole full package, basically.
It's a whole. It's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. But has Lebanon like always been this way? Because me and you, we grew up in Lebanon. I will say like I preferred my like high school experience in Lebanon to maybe that here in the United States. But I don't know. What's your
Yeah,
take?
but
Mm-hmm.
our high school experience was before the pandemic and the recent economic collapse and the explosion. I mean, and the clear signs of worsening climate change. These weren't really showing back 6 years ago.
I mean, that's
So
fair
like
to
we,
say. Mm-hmm.
so like you could say, like when you went to the U.S., it's just been downhill since then. Like
Oh,
you just avoid.
Habibi Said. I love you too, man. All right. So let's say if there was like this magic one, like I'm kind of a believer that maybe borders should be more open. And hopefully, I mean borders will open up some more. And I wish like my dream is that like maybe like all the Arab countries have more open borders, treat each other more like brothers, just the same way that the EU does. But let's say you had like I know the Lebanese passport can't get you much places. But if there was one place you'd rather if you had to leave Lebanon and go, where would you want to go?
Um, like the first name, like there's two names in my head. One is the rational one, and one is just like the place that I want to live in. Even though I've never been there, but I just feel like I would enjoy living there.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I enjoy living in is probably Italy.
Oh.
There's no specific reason. It's just like I have this attachment somehow, some way uh, to it.
When the moon
Yeah, it's like
hits ya like a big pizza pie, that's amore. That's it. That's Italy. You just walk around, and they just hand you
yeah,
pizza slices wherever you walk, and Parmesan. Yeah,
like
perfect.
I kind of connect with it through the cuisine and through the culture that I kind of studied and their history.
Hmm.
It's uh, it's interesting.
Hmm. That's good.
And
I
I'm
remember.
and
I remember in high school you were a fan of Mussolini.
I'm nah, that's not true, and I'm not a
That's not.
fascist.
Let's not put that out there. My bad. My bad. Just kidding. Just joking. All right. That's the rational one. What's the irrational one?
No, this is the irrational one. The
Oh.
rational one
Hmm.
is Iceland.
That's your rational answer. Okay, why is that your rational answer?
Okay, so first of all, they're like the most peaceful country in the world. Like they
Hmm.
don't want to get involved in anything.
Hmm.
I mean, they're like it's like Switzerland had a choice to not be surrounded by all of these European countries. That's where it will be located. Like
Oof.
go
Okay.
there. Yeah, and they're very like technologically. They're pretty technologically advanced. You know,
In
I mean,
Iceland?
somehow they grow their own crops and yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Like they have these methods of like being self-sufficient to an extent.
All right, that's good.
So
Yeah, that's. I mean,
and
that's
also
good.
you're away from everyone. You know, you're isolated from all of the other shitty countries.
Yeah, you're on Iceland. You're in the middle of an island. I don't know what else. I feel like you might. I don't know. On Italy, I think Italy. Well, Italy just got hit so hard with COVID. Italy got hit the hardest with COVID, if I'm not mistaken.
From the European countries, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, UK is like
Maybe
it's
it's
following
UK.
up.
Maybe it's UK. Here, I'm just gonna look it up right now just to see. All right.
I think
Highest.
Italy got hit harder more because they have a older population age, median
Uh,
age.
mm,
So
it's true.
probably that it's like they're one of the oldest countries in Europe, oldest by population age.
Oldest by. That's why they had the most deaths. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah,
USA
they
had the
had a
most
lot.
deaths. Oof, but this is it's hard to know by. I want to know by like not just
US the
population.
USA can't be the USA can't be compared, man. They have like 7 million infected or something like that.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's not good.
So
Brazil, India, Mexico, just these big countries, I guess. Yeah, but Italy got hit
yeah,
hard.
yeah.
And then Iceland. I mean, does Iceland have COVID? I'm gonna look that up.
Bro, I don't know. Like, what does Iceland have? They don't even have mosquitoes. Like, that's one of the reasons why I want to go
They
get
have no
away from
mosquitoes. That's funny.
fuck that shit.
Hmm. Oh, Iceland. Yeah, how
And they have
Iceland
like those.
beat COVID. That's what I'm looking at right now. This article.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. See, thing locked down, man. Like, if anyone infected wants to go there, they wouldn't even make it in time. It's like
Well, I
they
mean,
die
yeah. I
driving.
mean, it's an island, right? So it's like, I mean, it's much easier to contain. I assume. You know. That's
I
the
mean,
thing. It's
you
harder
can
to
think of it.
contain the United States, which is open and people can travel and have. I mean, this is the thing with with COVID, right? It's like, what do you prefer more, like, life or freedoms? And there's a huge
Yeah, but
like
there
debate.
isn't. But there's something called borders. You know, like if you have borders, that's how you stop people from coming into your country.
Hmm.
And the USA has so basically what the USA could have done was like shut down the airports or shut down the ports to from infected countries and stuff.
Hmm.
But they didn't do that
They did
because
it when
they
it was
would
too
have lost
late.
a lot of
Yeah, when it was too late, it's when they did it. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like no, no, we don't want to lose money. Now they're losing even more money because of the COVID
Yeah.
pandemic. They could
Hmm.
have shut down all of these things, but they didn't. And
Hmm.
like even and if they shut down all of the ports and airports, they would only have to worry about the borders for if anyone wants to like come into the country,
Hmm.
border
That
control.
that's
And
true.
their borders, most of their borders are with Mexico and Canada. They don't have to
Hmm.
worry about Canada. And Mexico, they're building a wall.
You know, Sharif, dude, will run away from Canada. If COVID strikes, he'll find any solution. He'll swim all the way to Michigan.
They do that, turn into yeah, I won't say anything, but
Yeah.
damn, I had a joke on that, so I'm not gonna say
Sure, man. All
it.
right. Iceland.
Yeah.
What about the
What about
USA?
you?
What about the USA?
Oh,
Hmm.
what do you mean by what about the USA?
Well, you said that there were two countries you'd love to live in. I don't know, dude. As
Yeah.
much as, I mean, the USA is kind of crazy place. Uh,
Wait, so you're asking my opinion on the USA?
yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Look, I've never.
Hmm.
Maybe once upon a time, I did think about if I wanted to live there, but it never stuck in my head. You know, it's like never got close to the idea. It's just I feel like there's a ton of bullshit that goes on there that's
Hmm.
unnecessary and just is always involved in your life. That's
Well,
the
yeah.
only way I describe it. It's
Hmm.
bullshit that like unnecessary things that goes on in your day-to-day life over
That's
there.
that is true. No, that's fair, and it is kind of a police state. Like you don't really have as much as they love freedom here. Like you can't really light a firework without a cops or like grill your barbecue without permission or like especially with COVID locking everything down. Like the freedom of America is kind of dwindling.
Yeah, because you have a lot of Karens who think that they have the freedom to bully everyone into having a bad day just because getting something like that.
That's awesome. I love how you said that. Yeah, dude, it's true. For me, ideally, like if I'm thinking like 10 years from now, where do I want to be like located? I want to ideally be able to move between countries. So I would love to like maybe live in like the United States for like 6 months in the year, then maybe live in like I don't know, a European country for like 3 months, and then live in Lebanon for like 3 months, and be able to like move move between the different countries based on, you know, um, because every time I go to Lebanon for a bit, I mean I miss Lebanon and everything, but that I like, I'm always like I just want to go back to the United States just so that for the order of it, just so I can like be able to do my things. But everyone I'm in the you got me.
Hello.
You're still there?
Yeah, about what's it called? Where you would ideally live in.
A what? What'd you say?
Oh yeah, you were talking about how you would like to travel in between areas without
Yes,
just
exactly. Like
going.
I'd like to, yeah, exactly. I would like to ideally be able to live in like multiple countries for like a couple months at a time, and just rotate
Okay,
throughout. And for me, that's like the ideal situation I'd like to work up to.
so basically you don't want to stick a house. I mean a home. to live.
Sure,
And by
man.
a home, I mean like settle down and like stick to one location.
I mean, if I'm sticking to
I mean,
two or three locations, I have two or three homes. It's not like, you know, and I don't know. It's yeah. I guess like I'm saying that now, but like if you have a family or if you have school and stuff, like things change. But I'm talking about like if I want to be like if I'm talking about like free, if I'm being free to choose how I want to live my life. Um, yeah, dude. I feel like it's important to keep traveling and keep moving around and keep seeing different perspectives, or else you're just gonna get stuck in one mindset. Like I'm sure, like if I like come to Lebanon right now, I haven't been there for a year. All the BS of American politics that I've been thinking throughout the year. I'm like, why did I even think that? I don't know. It makes no sense. It's garbage. Why did I spend any time thinking about this? But you think it's the center of the universe just because you're living here, you know?
that's true.
Hmm.
You're not exposed to other news.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. And even news, dude. It's strange. Is there any like global news station? Like CNN isn't technically global. It's USA, and then BBC is UK. But is there like a global news station?
Um, Honestly, like there's, I guess you could go for like Al Jazeera for Arab for like Arab news and stuff like that.
Oh, that's true.
And there's probably specific channels for Europe, like they talk about general Europe. There's, no, like if you wanna find out like headlines, you'd probably use the internet more than a news
Mhm.
channel like that.
The internet.
Like you just yeah, like
My
Google
favorite
like
place
top
to be.
headlines right now or stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
every day you check the headlines of
Do you,
whoever has an important article to post,
do you
most
check?
trending article or something.
Do you check the news?
I mainly revolve around the local news,
I
but
see.
I do check. I do get notifications from like different sources.
Ah,
Like
you do
there's
get all right.
this
Not
app.
just Facebook. Not just Facebook then.
Nah, no, I've muted Facebook like years ago.
Bravo, Alec. Honestly, because like I feel like I want to say like 80% of people get all their news from either like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. I don't know if that's fair to
Yeah, yeah.
say.
I prefer like at least accredited sources. Uh,
You think so? That's good then.
yeah, not some what's it called?
Mhm.
Food buzz, whatever shit ass thing
You
online
know,
you find.
I saw a fake meme. I saw a fake meme, a fake news that Mark Zuckerberg wanted to ban all news sites from Facebook. He was saying like, our page it's for social interaction, it's not for news. So I'm just gonna ban all the news sites. That turned out to be fake news
Yeah,
in
that's
itself.
fake as fuck.
Yeah, but
Obviously, he's gonna lose a lot of money if he does that.
oof,
Fuck with that.
you think that's what it is? You think it's the money is the reason that this keeps going the way it is?
Bro, if he sells the what's it called, information on the Facebook users to third party or what's it
Organization.
called, organizations
Mm-hmm.
during the voting, the elections, yeah,
It's true.
definitely he wants the money. He definitely
Sad.
wants the money.
This is true. This is true. I did not think of it like that. Damn. Oh my god, dude, what's going on? Zuckerberg is in on it too.
Well, he's one of the people that profited a lot during the COVID pandemic. So yeah, probably.
Ooh. He did did he actually profit a lot? I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, man. He
Because of
made.
what?
I think he made. I think he made over 20 billion.
Because of
Bro, I don't
what?
know how his profits work.
I don't know.
I'm not really his accountant.
That's fair. That's funny. Hmm. But
Like,
sure.
but like I keep seeing these posts, man. Like, for example, Jeff Bezos almost doubled the net worth.
Well, for Jeff
I mean,
Bezos,
what's
it makes
that?
sense mostly because like more people are like shipping on Amazon now more than ever around the world, right? So
That's
that's
true.
like I
But
like.
like, are you seeing how? Okay, like it took him God knows how much to make the first 100 billion,
Hmm.
and then he made another 100 billion in like 0.1% of the time it took him to get the first one.
Hmm.
Like the amount of time
Sure.
that took him to make the second billion was like
Hmm.
a matter of months.
Well, I think what I feel like people are forgetting is that Amazon is like such a unique and new invention that you can't like pair it with any other company, really. And for like the US government to like just leave Jeff Bezos running freely to do as he like likes, it's wrong. It's wrong because Amazon, it's not a normal company. Here, I'll
Right.
I'll, I'll say it. Like you have regular mom and pop shops, right? All right, they can't compete versus Amazon. Why?
Yeah.
Regular mom and pop. This is an illustration I heard from Andrew Yang that I love. Regular mom and pop shops, they're like cars driving down the streets. And then you have Walmart comes in, Target, they're like tanks, right? And then you have Amazon, and that's like a UFO. No one's gonna be able to take down the UFO, dude, with freaking, like a car or whatever, right? And it's the same ideology, dude. It's like you have to treat Amazon as a completely different kind of business than these regular businesses, or else the whole world's just gonna become Amazon. It's just gonna eat up everything till there's nothing left. You know. That's why I feel. That's
Yeah,
why I
that's
feel more
actually
confident about a
yeah.
country like Lebanon. If I'm gonna be honest with you, Said, the reason I feel like more confident about like a place like Lebanon is that I'm thinking like technology is gonna catch up with us between Neuralink or genetical, like engineering CRISPR, or I don't know, sex dolls or whatever crazy things right happen around like Japan and the
Yeah.
United States and Russia, and I feel like Lebanon might be one of the last places to receive any. I mean, GPS barely even works in Lebanon. I can't imagine like Neuralink working in Lebanon. You know.
That's a good point.
Hmm. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, hopefully, I want to set base in Lebanon at some point, just for that reason specifically. Because once everyone starts chipping themselves and stuff, Lebanon will be hopefully one of the freer countries. Or everyone in Lebanon is like, you know, they want to catch up on the trends, knowing Lebanese people, and they'll all get it also. See?
4 years old. Please help me. I don't know what else to do. You know, people kind of go, I've tried everything else. I guess I could try hypnosis or something. Like to them, it just seems like ridiculous. like, I guess hypnosis, I don't know, what is he gonna do? He's gonna snap his fingers, wave a pocket watch, and I'll feel better. So people kind of go to hypnosis as a last resort, as sort of like a Hail Mary attempt. But people come to me and they say, I've been trying to get rid of this anxiety, this like chronic, terrible anxiety and panic for 10, 20 years sometimes. And I'll work with them for usually like 5 to 10 sessions, 5 to 10 1-hour sessions. So in about 2 months, and their anxiety will just be gone.